the water take up the whole area where we have for vending right now. And most of the fruits and vegetables, they're underwater. So most of the farmers then they lose out on this crops what they have set out for this morning.
When the skies opened up this morning, it dumped a lot of rain over the country and disrupted the flow of business for many in the commercial capital. For vendors who occupy Hickory Street, the clogged drains caused conditions that resulted in damaged produce, and they were not a happy bunch when we stopped by this morning.
No, you can't sell that. In my hair, I don't feel that for sale because it's very bad. That's not healthy. We have contamination for this ground here. So I have to show you that because I can't sell it.
So how much have you lost then?
More or less $400.
That's just today?
Just today.
So if the rains continue, do you plan on coming out here?
Well, all the time we have to, maybe every trip we have to lose with things. Not only me, ma'am. I am the first person, but we have 70 or 80 vendors, and then yes, lose the product too.
According to councillor responsible for markets, Philip Willoughby, the vendors should have employed other options to safeguard their products.
I can't go out there and teach those producers business ethics, marketing, and even, like we said it, common sense. I mean, if I am a producer and I am marketing my produce, why would I want the media to come out to show the nation I am selling produce that is on the ground, in the water, per se? Why not sell the produce or the products from the vehicle that transported those produce there? Also, if I'm into business and I want to market my products or produce, should I not have a temporary or disposable stall that I can set these produce on rather than have it on the ground? And like I said, it's a matter of common sense. Nonetheless, I believe that the smaller producers could have utilized the available space again within the Michael Finnegan market to retail those stuff or to sell those stuff rather than being on Hickory Street.
Meanwhile, the flooded drains we saw this morning were clogged, impeding the flow of water, and it did not help that debris from the vendors contributed to the dilemma.
Unsightly as it seemed, they are the ones who throw the garbage on the street, leave the place, that create some of the problems that transpires out there. Again, going to the canal side at this point in time, not just yet. Within the memorandum of understanding that we all signed, said that if there was any matter that arose, any anomaly or unforeseen contingency, we come back to the table to discuss these issues. And to this end, they haven't come back to the council, to myself, to say, okay, we have this, and how should they be guided, or how does the discussion be guided, rather than, well, they use the vehicle of the media to demonstrate to the nation what is happening and how they are conducting their business down there.
No, they're telling us that a feasible solution would be to move back to the original spot along the canal side because it's higher. Is that a possibility?
Like I said, why not elevate the produce off the ground, or utilize the Michael Finnegan market, or utilize not the periphery but the premises of Michael Hyde, the Mr. Hyde's building? Those are immediate solutions that could rectify this temporary state of affairs on Hickory Street, and not let our ignorance prevail with what would be a reasonable solution that we can come up with at this moment. You know, I think that could be looked at.
But the vendors on Hickory Street were not the only ones under the weather today. Other areas of the city also fell victim to floods caused by blocked drainage. Willoughby says the council will meet to discuss solutions.
I can say to the residents of the city, tomorrow we'll be having a caucus meeting, and the engineer and the two councils responsible for works, respectively proper, north side, south side, this matter will be discussed. Not to say that we have turned or not taken note of what needs to be done. But again, every year, and I think about 6 months ago, going into last year, sometime about that street was alleviated and was fixed. But again, it deteriorated over time.
By the time we left from the scene on Hecate Street, the public health officers were out in full force inspecting and instructing the vendors to remove or throw away the products that may have been contaminated. Reporting for Love News, I am Maria Novello.